Before we start our penultimate chapter of DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 this December 17, 2025, we will now have a moment of silence to to give one last tribute, and we pray for the soul of our beloved idol in voice acting when it comes to Tagalized anime, our very own our dear very own Goku ng Pinas, Mr. Jefferson Cyril Utanes has suddenly passed away yesterday. So in his honor, we give ourselves a moment of silence to say a little prayer for to wish him rest in prosperous power and peace, and of course our prayers are with his bereaved family in these difficult times right now. So for now, we will now have a moment of silence to say a little prayer and give one last tribute to our Goku ng Pinas, Sir Jefferson Cyril Utanes. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting to you live inside DPAT's laboratory at Barangay Anonas in the city of Ordinera, the province of Pangasinan, the Republic of the Philippines. This is your host, slash marshal, slash racer, slash producer, slash director. All in one package at once. It's Don Patrick D. Pataguilar once again hosting another Tamiya Mini 4-Wheel Drive Racing Action live stream on DPAT TV. Don Patrick Aguilar on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our penultimate chapter of DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. Yush! Hello mga kadipat, and good afternoon to all who are watching this live stream right now, and for those who will be watching anytime. Here inside the DPAT's laboratory, Don Patrick D. Pataguilar once again, proudly bringing you another live Tamiya Mini 4-Wheel Drive Racing Action coming at you in a few moments here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2, as we are in our penultimate chapter of this season of Tamiya Mini 4-Wheel Drive Racing that we started last July of this year. So we take a look at our December 2025 track layout, and once again, of course, our extended sympathy and kondo at pakikiramay din po to the bereaved family of Mr. Jefferson Cyril Utanes due to the sudden passing of our beloved idol in voice acting when it comes to Tagalized anime, especially for during his time as voice actor of Son Goku in Dragon Ball series. About the adult Goku actually. Yung adult na Son Goku, tsaka yung Super Saiyan 4 sa Dragon Ball Grand Tour. At saka si iba pang mga iconic na dinab niya, sina Yusop ng One Piece, sina Doraemon, si Master Muten Roshi sa Dragon Ball din, and so many others na dinab po ng tinagulang The Man with a Thousand Voices. Yung isang alamat sa voice acting. Ito po si Sir Jefferson Cyril Utanes. So sa pamilya po niya ay taos puso pong nakikiramay ang buong DPAT's Tamiya League sa pagpanaw ng ating batikang alamat when it comes to voice acting or for Tagalized anime series. Alright, so moving on with that sad news that happened yesterday. Oo nga po, napakabata pa nga po, mga 46 lang yan nung pumanaw. Oo po, masaklap nga lang. Yung inyo pong lingkod mismo, nalungkot talaga na nalaman namatay si Sir Jet. Sayang, hindi ko na siya makikita. I wish niya talaga makakita ko rin ng personal sana yung mga voice actors yan. Sina Vincent Gutierrez. Shout out as well to Mr. Vincent Gutierrez, kina Nilio, kina Rose Barin, kina Grace Constantino at sa iba pang mga kina Louis Paraboles din at sa iba pang mga voice act, magagaling natin mga talented voice actors. Also kina Fort Lee, kina Richie Padilla and all the other na kilala ko po ng inyong lingkod, sina Arnold Abad, sina Pilipina Yumul, yan, Apollo Abraham, yan, binanggit ko na po, there are just so many names in Tagalay's anime series na yun po yung mga boss, mga tinig na yun po yung naririnig nyo pag nakakapanood po tayo ng mga Tagalay's anime series sa either sa GMA, sa ABS-CBN, sa Hero TV noon, kung saan nga naging video jockey rin ang aking ultimate crush at ultimate love of my life na si Myrtle Sarosa, whose father is celebrating birthday today. Of course, happy birthday as well to the father of to the beloved father of Myrtle Sarosa, kay Ginoong Russ Sarosa. Happy birthday po sa inyo. May God bless you always even more for on this special day, of course. Also, as well, sa ating nag-isang alamat sa mundo ng palakasan, kaya Ginoong sa ating nag-iisang pambansang kamao na si former Senator Manny Pacman Pacquiao. Happy birthday today, December 17. Magka-birthday sila nung tatay ni Myrtle na si Russ Sarosa. Yan. Happy birthday po sa inyong dalawa. May God bless you always even more as well. Yan. And as for Sir Jeff Otones, we wish his soul to rest in prosperous peace and power. Alright, so moving on with our greetings, with our mga special mentions po natin. Before we proceed with our race day number 7, the penultimate chapter of Deepak's Tamiya Stock Motor Conference Season 2, we now have our recap of Game 6 last Monday. Ito nga po yung recap natin nitong nakaraang Lunes sa unang simbang gabi, December 15, 2025. Yung literal na simbang gabi, hindi yung Misa de Gallo. Ang Misa de Gallo tuwing madaling araw po yun. Pero replay lang siya ng simbang gabi nung last night. Yung 15 ng gabi o hapon o gabi, nire-replay lang yun ng madaling araw kinabukasan. So ganun po yung format niyan, yung Misa de Gallo. Ganun na lang po yung laging format niyan. Para madali niyo po maintindihan. Karaniwan yung mga iba-iba man ng homily, nagbabase lang din doon sa mga gospel na inire-recite sa misa. Yan. Alright, so as we recap our last Manic Mondays edition, we got Unicosmos, Team Avatari, Zeta, Zenaco, Paparosh, Cosmo Atomica, and Stargate Wenaret in the 21 races of the single round robin, wherein the top 4 cars after those 21 races are as follows. Unicosmos led the charts with 9 points, followed by Team Avatari and Paparoch tied at second place. But due to the win over the other role, Team Avatari won over Paparoch by a hit, and Team Avatari got the second seed. Paparoch relegated to the third seed, and the final race-off slot went to Stargate with 6 points total. Yun, yung mga nakapasok sa ating final 4 from the single round robin results. Alright, in our semifinals matches, we got Unicosmos versus Stargate and Team Avatari versus Paparoch. And nanalo ulit. Nakabalik sa championship race na Unicosmos at Team Avatari after beating their respective opponents. And in the race for the bronze, we got Paparoch versus Stargate as the matchup for race for the bronze, and Stargate was able to win it over Paparoch. Umimbang kasi si Paparoch. Para yung imbang yung mga ending ni Paparoch sa ating race-offs last Monday. And Stargate was able to, like I said last Monday, Stargate won't be going home crying because of scoring a point. After a third place finish, Stargate was able to score to put itself on the board with 1 point on aggregate this month after finishing third against Paparoch. And in the championship race, still Unicosmos retaining its championship after beating another time It was deja vu time and time again against T-Mac Avatari, and eventually Unicosmos won the title, retaining the title rather, kasi defending champion nga siya. So, back-to-back champions ngayon going into our penultimate chapter of DTL SMC Season 2, itong si Unicosmos. So, the podium finishers last December 15, 2025 are as follows: Unicosmos as champion, Team Avatari as second placer. So yung third placer lang po yung napalitan. Sila pa rin yung first and second. Ang napalitan lang ay si Zeta, si Stargate ngayon ang bumalit as third placer dun sa podium table nitong Lunes. So yan. So as a result, it's a 1-point deficit for both Unicosmos and Team Avatari against Cosmo Atomica, but Cosmo Atomica is out for today's edition. Babalik siya sa final chapter po natin sa ating season finale ng DTL SMC later. This coming Friday pala, sorry. Sa Biyernes, tatapusin ang ating DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 for this month on that track layout. So pagdating ng Grand Prix, ibang track layout na naman po ang makikita nyo. Iba po dyan, hindi na yan. Hindi na yung nasa screen po ninyo. Ano na, magiging 8 na ulit. Yun ang mangyayari yan sa ating Grand Prix come December 27. So that's after Christmas. So just a couple of days after Christmas, yun na yung ating DTL Grand Prix for the year 2025. Featuring the open box stock and then yung X-Stock versus Speedtech. Speedtech versus X-Stock mangyayari dyan sa DTL Grand Prix. I think sa ano yun siguro sa gabi. Part 1 yung open box stock. Ang part 2 yung Speedtech versus X-Stock. Ganun yung magiging pattern po dyan come December 27. So watch out for that live on DPAT TV on YouTube. Alright. So for those who are still new to this YouTube channel, please like, follow, share, and subscribe for more Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action and some documentaries related to Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing dito sa ating DPAT. So, and some Masked Rider DPAT travels, yan, ilalagay din po natin dyan sa aking YouTube channel, DPAT TV. Also, my other social media platforms, DPAT Aguilar, An Evening with DPAT Aguilar, and DPAT's Tamiya League on Facebook, and as well on TikTok, it's at DPAT Tamiya League. Alright? So, aggregate scoring going into our penultimate chapter of DTL SMC Season 2. Cosmo Atomica has 9, tied at second place. Our Unicosmos and Team Avatari with only a 1-point deficit against Cosmo Atomica. And then si Papa Roach sa 4th place at 5 with 5 points. Avatari and Shinji tied at 5th with 2 points apiece. Zeta and Stargate with 1 point apiece. So the rest, yung mga hindi ko nabanggit, bokya pa. Ibig sabihin, it means no scored yet. No aggregate point scored just yet. Alright, so without further ado, let's proceed right away with our race day number 7 of 8. The 7th of the 8th rounder of DTL SMC Season 2 this December 2025, the culminating month of the year, the culminating month of every year. Yan nga po, sisimulan na natin ang ating race number 1 for our penultimate chapter here on DTL SMC Season 2. Alright, let's begin right away. Ayan, yung nanonood, thank you so much for dropping by. Welcome to DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 as we unfold our penultimate chapter for this afternoon. Alright, and Wednesday afternoon that is. Alright, so without further ado, it's medyo hinihingal po yung inyong likod, medyo hirap huminga sa ngayon dahil ano nga po, may iniindang sipon. May iniinda po kasi yung sipon ng inyong pong lingkod, so that's why I'm barely breathing at this point. So I just want to finish this, you know. Alright. So without further ado, let's proceed right away with our race number 1. First up, we have here Escolta, the Pink Scorpion, taking on Pereira, the Brocken Gigant. Alright, I have to put the flash on. Alright. So race number 1 will feature Escolta versus Pereira to start off our Run and Gun Wednesday festivities here. And in this race number 1, we got Escolta taking on Pereira, wherein Escolta will start at lane 1, Pereira at lane 2, which is identical with its color, which is red. Again, the red lane or lane 2 for Pereira, and at the blue lane or lane 1 it's going to be Escolta to start off our Run and Gun Wednesday, the final Run and Gun Wednesday edition of DPAT's Tamiya Stock Motor Conference for this year 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin this right away with our race number 1. Ready, set, high. With the breakaway. Oh, may bangka. Pero there's that final in finger. Walking. Nebede Nico but the bogoy. First course out. Escolta. Vlogging. Draw. Para kay ano. It's a draw for both Escolta and Ferreira to start off our Run and Gun Wednesday edition today. Our final Run and Gun Wednesday for the year 2025. So, magkakaroon tayo ng Christmas party. Alam mo na, kami, meron pang Christmas party na pupunta ng inyo pong likod among my former high school classmates. So, ayan, sa Franklin 2004, shout out to all of you. Of course, kay Jonica Luzoriano Lalog and the rest of our Franklin 2004. Shout out to all of you, and we'll see each other real soon or before this year ends. Hopefully before this year ends, hindi na sana drawing. Sabay ganun. Hindi na sana drawing. Sabay ganun eh. Dalag. Kaya race number 2. Up. Race number 2 right away. We got here Stargate versus Avatari. And our race number 2 is a traditional rivalry of red and blue in our race number 2 between Stargate and Avatari. And in this matchup, Stargate will start at lane 2, Avatari will start at lane 1. So it's identical with the respective colors. At the blue lane or lane 1, it's going to be Avatari. And starting at the red lane or lane 2, it's Stargate in this race. Number 2. Ready, set, bye. Cutting. Mali. Restart. Ready, set, bye. Smooth lang. Ultimate lap. Good. Final lap. Good. Warning yung kanina, warning. Hindi ko napitaw ng maaga eh. Hindi ka nga lang napitaw ng maaga eh. Ano kaya yun? Darag. Avatari victorious over Stargate. Alright. Avatari won over Stargate in our race number 2. So it's going to be Ferreira versus Avatari in our race number 5 later. Tingnan po si Stargate. Ginagal ko kasi. Akala ko, embang yung si Avatari. Hindi pala. Nakaya pa. Race number 3. Ma-exercise ng di oras inyo pong lingkod dito. Sabay ganun yun. Race number 3, we got here, it's the race between the pin type mugs. It's going to be Timak Avatari taking on Shinji. Timak Avatari versus Shinji for our race number 3. And for this matchup, again, another identical color of starting lane. Red lane or lane 2, that's for Shinji to start with. And Timak Avatari will be starting at the blue lane or lane 1. Again, Timak Avatari at lane 1, Shinji at lane 2 as their respective starting lanes in this race number 3. Ready, set, fight! Bakbakan yan, boy! Pwede pa yan, good. Hindi na natin eh. Good. Loko. Winner! Winner! Hit! Ang ganda na sana ng recovery ni Cindy. Sayang nga lang, umiimbang. Napatoka ko, ba't di bogon? Due to the accidental foul of Shinji, Team Avatari winning over Shinji. Alright. Team Avatari won by the accidental foul from Shinji. Alright. Yan. Hit. Hit won. Hit win yun. Hit win. Shinji with the defeat. Okay na sana yung lead niya, umiimbang lang. Race number 4. Race number 4 will now feature Unicosmos versus Escolta. In our race number 4 between Unicosmos and Escolta, Unicosmos will start at the red lane or lane 2, which is identical with its own color, and Escolta will start at lane 1 or the blue lane. Once again, Escolta at lane 1, Unicosmos at lane 2 as their respective starting lanes in this race number 4. So ready, set, fight. Good. Good. Final lane danger for Unicosmos. Because of the slump going to the final lap. Okay, good. Ikit, manikit. Winner. Hey, oh. Winner. Oy, mapapaaga yung championship rematch natin. The rematch from the previous championship race will be happening early as race number 7. Of course, Myrtle's number, birthday, is 7. So, asahan natin magiging magandang laban yan mamaya. Unicosmos victorious over Escolta in our race number 4. Alright. Oops. My apologies once again for my condition right now. Simply because I'm experiencing some colds right now. I'm experiencing colds. Clogged nose. I'm experiencing a clogged nose. At my left nose, actually. It's called for the loss. And Unicosmos will face Team Avatari in our race number 7 player. So, bite and set for the meantime. Okay, race number 5. Okay. Yes. Guminhawa. Feel good right now. Feeling a little better. Race number 5 will now proceed it with our race number 5 as Ferreira takes on Avatari. Alright. Another traditional rivalry of red and blue in our race number 5. With Ferreira taking on Avatari, and in this matchup, Avatari will start at lane 2 this time. Yep, Ferreira starting at lane 1, Avatari starting at lane 2, so it's opposite their respective colors. At the blue lane or lane 1 is Ferreira, and at the red lane rather or lane 2, it's Avatari in this race number 5. Ready, set, 5. Magandang laban po. Good. Avatari na ngayon. What a guy. Wow. Final reading. Let's see. Still good. Final lap. KO. Wow. What burst of speed and stability displayed by Avatari right there, man. Oh my goodness, what an incredible performance displayed by Avatari to finish the 6-lap race against Ferreira with a victory. Avatari won over Ferreira in this race number 5. Wow. That was indeed an amazing run from Avatari. Oh, Escolta Ferreira, tapos na. Winner. Loser ngayon ang Tamiya. Ferreira lost to Avatari. Tama yun, lane was Ferreira. Race 6. Shinji Stargate. Alright, race number 6 right away. Race number 6, we got here's Stargate versus Shinji. It's Merlion versus Iron Beak in our race number 6. And for this matchup, Shinji will start at lane 1, Stargate at lane 2. Again, Stargate starting at lane 2, Shinji starting at lane 1 in this race number 6. Ready, set, bye. Grabe naman yung guide na yun. And ultimate lap. Final lap. Winner. Winner. At least walang umimbang. Akala natin, iimbang si Shinji. Akala, ang bilis eh. Grabe yung bilis. Shinji winner over Stargate. Alright. Shinji won. Recuperating from a loss. Loser. Loser Stargate. Shinji won. Race number 7, the much-awaited rematch from the previous championship race will now happen right away in our race number 7. As Unicosmos will take on T-Mac Avatari once again. Let's see if T-Mac Avatari can still do its best to beat Unicosmos or just with a little lady luck. So let's see kung makakabawi siya ngayon kay T-Mac Avatari. But obviously with Unicosmos showing good speed, that's going to be a much difficult and tough mountain to climb for T-Mac Avatari. But before we proceed in our race number 7, of course, shout out to my ultimate crush and my ultimate love of my life, Porto Sarosa. Of course, happy birthday to your father, Ras Sarosa. Of course, as for Porto Sarosa, I love you so much, always forever, my only forever Mrs. Aguilar. Of course, siyempre, happy birthday rin sa iyong ama ngayong araw. Birthday rin pala yung Manny Pacquiao. Just 6 days before my dad's birthday. Pare-pareho pala kayong December 3. Si Myrtle, December 7. Yung tatay niya si Ras ngayong araw, December 17. After 6 days, it's my father's turn to celebrate his birthday on 23. Alright, just 2 days before Christmas. That's why we have an early Christmas. We celebrate Christmas early. 2 days before the actual Christmas day, we already celebrated it with his birthday, with my dad's birthday. So that's why it's much earlier. Right. So dahil binanggit ko si Myrtle kasi race number 7 na to, birthday niya kasi 7. Alright, so we expect a tougher competition here in our race number 7, wherein Unicosmos will start at lane 1, T-Mac Avatari at lane 2. So in contrast to their respective colors, at the blue lane, it's Unicosmos. Starting at the red lane is T-Mac Avatari in this rematch from the previous championship race in our race number 7. Ready, set, fight. Grabe naman yung dive nun. Ano nyo? Kasi pinag-unit lang. Ano? Oh, ino! Final lap. Fortune smiles upon T-Mac Avatari right there. Fortune smiles upon T-Mac Avatari with that course out by Unicosmos, giving T-Mac Avatari the exact vengeance needed to settle the score against Unicosmos. Sa wakas, T-Mac Avatari nakabawi. Ayun nga, yung sinasabi kong Lady Luck eh. That's what I told earlier. That's what that Lady Luck I told earlier. That's what I told you earlier. That Lady Luck. A little bit of Lady Luck. Ayun na nga, ang nangyari, impang si Unicosmos. Nangyari ng T-Mac Avatari. But both of my cars actually are Cyclone Magnum killers. You know, marami kasi sa mga tinalo ng mga backstock kong yan. Cyclone Magnum. I wish I could have one of those. Bibili rin ako nun yung sariling Cyclone Magnum as well. The polycarb po. It's 95676. The item number of that car kit is 95676. Yan po yung Cyclone Magnum polycarb. With the green spiral spoke wheels, super hard tires, polycarbonate cowl, and I guess it's an abs resin white AR with blue POM, what you call this? A parts. Alright. And that 3.5:1 gear, of course. So, Unicosmos, nabawian ni T-Mac Avatari. T-Mac Avatari 2-0. Race number 8. Sabi ko na nga ba eh, pag shinout out si Myrtle Zarosa, gumaganda yung laban eh. Something strange is gonna happen. Something strange is happening every time I shout out to Myrtle Zarosa. May magandang nangyayari. Nani? Alright, in our race number 8, joking aside, we'll continue right away with our race number 8 featuring Escolta taking on Avatari. Alright, in our race number 8, Escolta will be starting at lane 2, Avatari is starting at its own color, which is blue lane, that's lane 1. Again, Avatari at lane 1, Escolta at lane 2, as their respective starting lanes in this race number 8. Ready, set, fight! Hingana, Sombrero, sa Pangay, an ultimate lap, good, final lap, sakto lang, take off, winner, Avatari wins. Avatari winning over Escolta. Alright. Aero Avante dominating the Shining Scorpion. Right there. Bang. Man, that was good. Oh, ito pala. Kasi Avatari na. Winner ulit. Winner na pala yung hanapin. Green for Avatari once again. 3-0. Wow! What an impressive start from the Aero Avante team Avatari. The OG Aero Avante Dares. Yan. Okay, race number 9, dalawang pula. Dalawang manok na pula maglaban sa race 9. Okay, race number 9. Race number 9 will now feature Stargate taking on Ferreira. Alright, it's the battle of reds in our race number 9, wherein Stargate will start at lane 1, Ferreira starting at lane 2. Again, Ferreira at lane 2, Stargate at lane 1, being the respective starting lanes in this race number 9. Ready, set, fight. Cowboy. bank. Penultimate lap. Final lap. Winner. Stargate victorious over Ferreira. Alright. The Merlion dominating the Brocken G. Alright. Escolta Stargate winner. Tapos na kasi siya dun diyan eh. Si Ferreira tapos na kaya eh. Escolta. Kaya si Stargate na pupunta dun diyan. Winner ulit. Ngayon yung loser hahanapin ni Ferreira mamaya. Ferreira lost to Stargate. First win for Stargate, by the way. Okay. Race number 10, right away, we got here T-Mac Avatari taking on Shinji. Oh, I think it happened already. I think that happened in our race number 3. That's actually race number 3. Oh yeah, it's race number 3. Sorry. Not that. Not that time. Okay. Race number 10. Ayan. Hindi pala. Sorry. My apologies, it's not that. It has already happened in our race number 3 between T-Mac Avatari and Shinji, wherein T-Mac Avatari won. No? So in our race number 10, it's going to be expected unexpected epic showdown between Unicosmos and Avatari in our race number 10. Speed for speed, fire with fire. That's what we are going to expect here in this race number 10, because they both have speedy running. They both have fast running here. They're running on fast pace. So let's see who will survive the stability challenge for both these cars. And in our race number 10, it's going to be Unicosmos starting at lane 2, Avatari starting at lane 1. So it's identical with their respective colors. The red lane for Unicosmos and the blue lane for Avatari being their respective starting lanes in this race number 10. Ready, set, bye. Good. Pinala. Let's see kung makahabol pa. Woohoo! Nakahabol nyo. Final lane din yung Unicosmos. Final lap. Yari. Naisahan ba? Patay. Naisahan. Sideshow. Hindi nakabalik. Malas. Avatari settling a score against Unicosmos. So the twin Aero Abantes were able to beat Unicosmos. Wow. Wow, ibang klase ito. Avatari panalo kay Unicosmos. Naisahan lang eh. Mauuna na sana eh. Biglang yari. Nawalan pala ng balanse. Aray ko. Alright, race 11. Lane 2 nga. Kasi higher seats yan. Si Unicosmos. Okay, tama yun. Alright, race number 11. We got here Stargate rather, taking on Escolta. It's red versus pink in race number 11. And for this matchup, Stargate will start at lane 1. Escolta starting at lane 2. So I have to sit right away. Simply because they are both Super 2 chassis machines. So they both, therefore they won't have rotating switches. So I have to sit right away. Alright, again, Stargate starting here at lane 1. And Escolta will be starting here at lane 2. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here now is our race number 11. Ready, set, bye. Lalaban yan. Escolta with lead. Ayan siya. Final engineer escolta. Ito na dito. Good enough. Final lap. Umimbang pa. Mas mabagal na, umimbang pa. Ano kaya yun? Ano kaya yun? Mas mabagal na, umimbang pa. Ano kaya yun? Escolta, victorious over Stargate. Alright. Ayos. So, ano yung huli na nandun? Winner, loser. Red for Stargate against Escolta. Two assignments remaining, Unicosmos and Tamiya Avatar are the remaining assignments for Stargate. On the other end, Escolta will only have Tamiya Avatar and Shinji left in its assignments, in its campaign in the single round robin. Alright. Race number 12. Tama ba ito? Race number 12? Tama ba itong race number 12 natin? Pereira Cindy. Okay. Race number 12. We got here Pereira, the Bracken Gigant, taking on the Iron Beak Shinji. So yung mga ulit ko nung last year or mga last year's box stock ko, sila ang magkaban sa ating race number 12. And for this matchup, Pereira will be starting at lane 2, Shinji at lane 1. Again, Shinji starting at lane 1, Pereira starting at lane 2 in this race number 12. Ready, set, bye. Patay, magaling mouse. Penultimate lap. Final lap. Winner. Patay. 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 Mas mabilis pero hindi man lang umiimbang. Yari. Shinji victorious over Pereira. Alright. Shinji winner. Grabe naman bilis yan. Sos Ginoo. Man. That speed was incredible, ladies and gentlemen. So, ano yan? Yung tawag dito, tawag na dito, winner. Tama. Tama, winner. Tapos na kasi si, tama yan, winner. Green, kay Shinji, against Pereira. Lost. Pereira lost to Shinji. Ayun. Okay. Race 13. The Twin Aero Avantes will now go at it in our race number 13. It's speed versus stability in our rivalry of the Twin Aero Avantes. The limited edition Aero Avante Tamiya Avatari taking on the OG Aero Avante Avatari for our race number 13. And in this matchup, Avatari will start at lane 2, Tamiya Avatari at lane 1. Again, Tamiya Avatari at lane 1, Avatari at lane 2 as their respective starting lanes in this rivalry of the Twin Aero Avantes in this race. Number 13. Ready, set, bye. Good. Time lap. Good. Take off. Leader. O, may bump pa. Tumabit pa. Tapos babagal na, tumabit pa. Aray ko. Talag. Avatari remaining undefeated after winning over Team-Up Avatari. So, final assignment for Avatari will be against Shinji. Si Shinji ang last assignment ni Avatari. Pantay siya dyan. Kaya si Team-Up pupunta rito kaya kaya ira. Good. Good. Red. Tapos green. Kaya Avatari. Grabe, puro green. Top seed na. Top seed na yan. Top seed na yan. Sigurado na top seed kaya sigurado ng top seed kay Avatari. Going to the race ops later. 10 points. Grabe, 10 points na. Alright, race number 14. Yes. Race number 14, it's going to be Unicosmos versus Target. So it's rematch from the previous semifinal in the race ops. In race number 14, wherein Unicosmos will start at lane 2. Stargate starting at lane 1. Again, Stargate starting at lane 1, Unicosmos starting at lane 2 in this race number 14. Ready, set, bye. Kaya maintain nyo kung matugan, okay na. Final lap. Okay na. Tip. Tip. Tumalon doon tapos nakatamaan kaya point. Ay, nakabutan na. Nakabutan na niya si Nasa tamang lane naman si Nasa tamang lane naman si Unicosmos. Nakatalunan niya si nasundan na. Wala na. Wala na. Okay na yan. Okay na yan. Okay na yan. Naabutan niya kaya lang natalunan. Aksidente yung natalunan. Pero maganda naman. Maganda kasi yung type T Maganda kasi yung talon ni Unicosmos Pero yun, same lane. Going final, going home na siya going final lap pa lang si si Stargate. Pero yung si na gano'n naman, okay lang. Unicosmos winning over Stargate. Prevailing actually over Stargate. So okay lang yun. Nasundan mo na pero naano lang. Alright? Waiting ulit. Waiting ulit siya. Siya Batari tapos na. Tapos na kasi si Unicosmos yan Si Shinji ang hindi pa tapos actually. Green, Unicosmos. Stargate, dami na niyang talo. Nagkamali ata rin ng desisyon na pag-aalan siya. Race 15. Tama ba yun? Escolta Shinji. Ayun. What? Race number 15, we now have Escolta versus Shinji. Alright. Race number 15. Yeah, I think that's race 15. Yes, race 15. Race number 15 is Escolta taking on Shinji. And for this matchup, Escolta starting at lane 1, Shinji starting at lane 2, which is identical with its color, which is red. Again, the red lane on lane 2 for Shinji. And Escolta will be starting at the blue lane or lane 1 in this race. Number 50. Ready, set, bye. Good. Penultimate lap. Final lap. Good. Winner. Winner. Natalunan niya si Merlion, si Stargate kanina. Point! Escolta, winner over Shinji. Alright. Yun na naman, sumabit na naman. Karaniwang sakit ng BC talaga pag sumasabit. Okay. Remaining assignment for Escolta is T-Mac Avatar. So, waiting in the wings. Ngayon, si Shinji, ang natitirang assignment ka, Avatar Unicosmos. Pareho namang panalo. Pagkita na lang siya. Kasi daw si Escolta, antay siya. Antay siya kay T-Mac Avatar mamaya. Shinji lost to Escolta. Split so far para kay Shinji. Okay, hain muna ulit. Last 6 races na lang pala. 6 na karera na lang nakita. Okay. Race number 16. Race number 16, we now have T-Mac Avatari versus Ferreira in our matchup in our race number 16. And for this matchup, T-Mac Avatari will start at lane 2, Ferreira at lane 1, so it's opposite the respective colors. The blue lane or lane 1, that's the starting lane of Ferreira. And T-Mac Avatari will be starting at the red lane or lane 2 in this race number 16. Ready, set, fight. Magandang laban to. Ferreira will be start. Inabon. Patay, inabon na. Favorite lap. Final 18, the first team Avatari onto the final lap. Oh, what a come from behind victory. Man. What an incredible victory by T-Mac Avatari right there over Ferreira. What a lead. What a lead change in the second half of that 6-lap race in our race number 16. Wherein Ferreira was overshadowed at the final, going to the final lap actually. Man, that was an incredible recovery. An incredible recovery and a successful display of speed and stability for T-Mac Avatari winning over Ferreira. Alright. Man, that was an incredible run. Man, impressive. Stargate Ferreira, tapos na ba? Tapos na pala. Yun, ni Cosmos. Si Stargate, ang last na assignment niya sa T-Mac Avatari din. Alam mo si Stargate? Talo. Tama, panalo yun siya eh. Ano ba yung huli nung 15? Race 15. Shinji Escolta. Si Escolta, manalo. Manalo. Yun, tama. Yun na lang yung last assignment niya talaga eh. Yun talaga ang last assignment. 17, 18, 19. Pwede. T-Mac won over Ferreira. Grabing recovery yun. Wow. Last assignment for Ferreira will be against Unicosmos. Yun na yun. Last na talaga. Unicosmos meron pang isa. Si Shinji yung last. Ito na, much awaited matchup natin sa race 17. Ito na. Isa pang bakbakan to. Another race expected to be another epic one in our race number 17 wherein Avatari will take on Shinji. Again, another rivalry of blue and red. This time the non-FM will collide. Two non-FMs collide in our race number 17 wherein speaking of 17, again, happy birthday to former Senator Manny Pacman Pacquiao. And also to Russ Sarosa. This December 17. The race number 17 na binanggit ko na po ulit yung birthday. Alright. And now race number 17, Avatari will be starting at lane 1 and Shinji will be starting at lane 2, so it's identical with their respective colors. Shinji is starting at the red lane, Avatari starting at the blue lane in this race number 17. Ready, set, fight. Magandang bakbakan to. Sabi ka, lang. Na-jinx ko yan. I think I jinxed it. I jinxed it. Final in danger. Good. Final lap. KO. KO. Shinji victorious over Avatari. So Avatari losing for the first time actually. So that's the final assignment I think of Avatari. I think that's the final assignment. Yes, it's a final assignment already of Avatari, this race number 17. So unfortunately Avatari will not go perfect in its campaign. Almost a perfect one except for that final assignment and then in the defeat at the expense of Shinji. Alright. So Avatari is done for today in the elimination round and automatically securing a spot in the race ops. Avatari securing a race ops spot. A race ops slot rather. Shinji's final assignment will be against Unicosmos. Same with Unicosmos as well. Alright. Race number 18, another race between the Reds. For our race number 18, as Unicosmos takes on Ferreira. Alright. In our race number 18, Unicosmos will be starting at lane 2, Ferreira at lane 1. Again, Ferreira starting at lane 1, Unicosmos starting at lane 2 in this race number 18. Ready, set, fight. Nana. Final lane changer. Going to the final lap. Ikat! Salikat! Ikat! Salikat! Yari! Nayari ang braking gigant ng Sonic. Unicosmos victorious over Ferreira. Alright, so I think that's the last for Ferreira, I think. Or, yes, it's last. Ferreira with his final assignment. Okay. So, Stargate's last assignment is Team Avatari. So, pupunta na si Team Avatari doon sa kabila. Green for Unicosmos. Ferreira. Tanggal na yan. Yung Ferreira sigurado tanggal na yan. Kasi 1 point lang eh. 1 goal lang yung score. So that's it. That's it for Ferreira in our elimination round today. Already only scored, only being able Ferreira was able to score only 1 point. That's a draw. The rest are losses. So that's it. That's it for Ferreira. I think that last shot. No? Alright. Race number 19, we have here Team Avatari taking on Escolta. So it's a final assignment for Escolta in our race number 19, wherein Team Avatari will start at its own color, which is the blue lane. Again, Team Avatari starting at lane 1, that is, and Escolta will be starting at lane 2. Again, Escolta at lane 2, Team Avatari at lane 1 as their respective starting lanes in this race, number 19. Ready, set, fight. Inunahan. Oy, higpit ng laban ah. Ayun, inunahan na. Di makabata na akin. Penultimate lap. Final lap. Yan. Simple lang yung dive eh. Wala. Simple lang yung dive ni Tima Kabatari nun eh. Yari. Parang yung si RD, ano, pag nakita yung auto ko, yari kayo kay Tipat. Sabi ganun. Timac Avatari victorious over Escolta. So that might be it. That might be it for Escolta for Dipat's Tamiya Stock Motor Conference Season 2. With Escolta being able to score only 5 points. 5 points lang yung score ni Escolta. Tapos yun yung last, yung T-Max target. Yung si Tima Kabata, yung Twin Aero Avantes, pasok na yan. O, number 1 yan, si ano, number 1 dyan si Avatari, sigurado na. 10 points, 5 wins, 1 loss. Outright na yan. Outright na yung dalawa. It's safe to say, I guess. I guess it's safe to say that the Twin Aero Avantes will make it to the race ops later. The penultimate assignment in our race, number 20. Penultimate race of the single round robin. We have here Unicosmos taking on Shinji. Of course, Unicosmos taking on Shinji in our race number 20. Where Unicosmos will start at lane 2, Shinji at lane 1. Again, on what could possibly be another epic matchup here in our race number 20. Again, Unicosmos starting at lane 2. Shinji starting at lane 1 in our 20th and penultimate race of the elimination round. This Run and Gun Wednesday, the final Run and Gun Wednesday of Dipat's Tamiya Stock Motor Conference Season 2. Ready, set, bye. What a big fire. Grabe yung quick fire, quick fire start niya, loko. Final engagement niya, Unicosmos, on to the final lap. Dropping. Nakasuka. Nabasuka, Nico, Palke, Bogdoy. Tagoy, yoy. Naragin. Shinji, first to course start. First course out, Shinji. Draw. Unicosmos and Shinji both ending their single round robin campaign in a draw. No winner. No winner nangyari. Parehong loser. The 21st and final race of our elimination round, this final Run and Gun Wednesday edition of DTL SMC Season 2. It's going to be the race between the limited edition car kits, Timac Avatari, the limited edition Aero Avante, taking on the limited edition Merlion Stargate. And in this final race of our final Run and Gun Wednesday, it's going to be Stargate starting at lane 2, Timac Avatari at lane 1. So it's identical with their respective colors. The blue lane for Timac Avatari, the red lane for Stargate, being their respective starting lanes. In our 21st and final race of the elimination round, this Run and Gun Wednesday edition. Ready, set, bye. Pero kita, ang bagal na nga, umiibang pa. Final lap. Alright. Winner. Timac Avatari ending the elimination round with a victory over Stargate. Alright. So that wraps up our 21 races in our single round robin for today's Run and Gun Wednesday edition, the final Run and Gun Wednesday of Dipat's Tamiya Stock Motor Conference Season 2, because we'll be having the season finale on Friday, December 19. So that's a good ample time for to prepare for the Grand Prix come the final weekend of the year, December 27. So yan nga po yung nating final race natin sa ating single round robin for today's final run and gun Wednesday. And when we get back, of course, we'll pause for a break. During that break, we tabulate and finalize the results and the final forecast to be set. Going to the race offs, of course, to be followed right away with our semi-finals races and race for third and championship race. All of these and more Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action to come when DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 returns on DPAT TV. Alright mga ka-dipat, mga ka-DTL, mga ka-Tamiya, and all of our Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing fans around the world. This is your host, Don Patrick DPAT, regular proudly bringing you back to DPAT's Tamiya League Stockwater Conference Season 2 being live streamed on DPAT TV, Don Patrick Aguilar on YouTube. And yan, for our YouTube viewers, yan, again, please like, follow, share, and subscribe to DPAT TV, Don Patrick Aguilar, for more Tamiya Mini for the racing action and then some documentaries. Of course, yung mga ginagawa natin mga documentary o mga travel, mga Tamiya related documentaries, Yeah, yun na lang po yung pwede kong gawin. Yeah, those are the only contents that I can make because of the copyright claim rule implemented long time ago. So that's why I cannot do song covers anymore. No. Alright. So at the end of our 21 races in our single round robin for today's final Run and Gun Wednesday action, we got final results already been tabulated and finalized here. It's Timac Avatari and actually the Twin Aero Avantes leading the charge with identical 10 points apiece, 5 wins, 1 loss. But due to the win over the other rule, it went out to be Avatari winning over Timac Avatari. So that's why Avatari will be relegated to the top seed and Timac Avatari on the second seed, going to the race-ups later. So sila yung top 2 natin. So just like in game number 4, so it's a repeat of race day number 4 this December 2025, wherein the Twin Aero Avantes finished on top of the charts after 21 races of the single round robin. And other two semi-finalists are as follows. It's going to be Unicosmos and Shinji, tied at third place with identical 7 points apiece. At the same time, same number of wins, losses, and draws, 3-2-1 respectively. Wins, losses, draws, 3-2-1 respectively. So, number of wins, bali wala. One of their draw is against each other. Yung bukod tanging draw ng dalawa was against each other. So we based on the course out, on the first course out. And it went out to be Shinji course out first. Actually, that was race number 20 earlier today. That's recently concluded race number 20 earlier. Wherein Shinji first course out, then followed by Unicosmos, course out as well. So it ended in a draw with Shinji coursing out first. Therefore, Unicosmos will be relegated to the third seed against Timac Avatari, so setting a rematch against Timac Avatari as early as the semi-finals round, going to our race-ups today. Shinji, garnering the final race-up slot, will be taking on Avatari in our semi-final number 1. So actually, the semi-finals number 1 versus 4, and then semi-finals number 2 will be 2 versus 3. And unfortunately, that's about it for Escolta with 5 points, with a total of 5 points, finished 5th. Stargate finishing with only 2 points, just 1 win and 5 losses, 6, and then 1 draw and 5 losses for Pereira, finishing with only 1 point, dead last in the standings. So that's about it. That's it for Escolta, Escolta, Stargate, and Pereira, wrapping up the December 2025 campaign with Stargate only scored 1 aggregate point. That's final. Final already. So final 7 na tayo sa Friday. Yung final 7 na matitira, o yung magiging 4th placer dito mamaya, tanggal na rin. That's it. Final score na rin ngayon. Final aggregate. So, best opportunity for both so it's going to be a complicated situation for Timac Avatari and Unicosmos. Only one of them will go to the championship race later. So one of them will garner at least 2 points to surpass the output of Cosmo Atomica, a total of 9. So ano na yan, 9-8, di ba? Kung isa sa kanila makakapasok ng championship race, at least 1 or 1 point lead. 1 or 2 point lead against Cosmo Atomica na magbabalik naman sa ating final race day sa ating season 2 finale ng DTL SMC. So, magiging matinding bakbakan to. That's going to be a wild and crazy ending come Friday. So, abangan nyo po yan sa darating na Biyernes, December 19, as we wrap up DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 this coming Friday at 4 p.m. sharp in the afternoon, right before an evening with DPAT Aguilar. Abangan nyo po yan. Siyempre, magbabalik si Cosmo Atomica for one final run. One final run alongside Zeta, Papa Roach, and Zenaku. So sila yung mga babalik doon na final. Tapos yung mag-podium dito, if ever. No? Tapos yung mag-podium dito. So, crucial ito. It's a crucial encounter in our semifinals number 2 later on. So again, Avatari versus Shinji in our semifinals number 1. Semifinals number 2 will be Team Avatari versus Uni Cosmos. So right away, we'll proceed with our race number 1 of the race ops. That's semifinals number 1. The first semifinals matchup, top-seeded Avatari goes up against the fourth-seeded car Shinji. So in our semifinals number 1, Avatari will be starting at lane 2. Yes, lane 2. Shinji will be starting at lane 1, so it's contrast to their respective colors. The blue lane or lane 1 for Shinji, and the red lane or lane 2 for Avatari being the respective starting lanes. So I have to put a lot of dirt for Shinji. Alright. Ayan na. Yan. Kailangan maraming dumi. Kailangan maraming dumi. Okay, pwede pala ng dragon spread to. Bigisi nga pala. Alright. Wait a minute. I think I have to catch my breath a little bit. Gotta catch my breath a little bit. Because I'm having colds. In the Philippines, we call that sipon. I'm catching a cold, actually. So that's why it's hard to breathe for me at the moment. Alright mga kadipat, mga kaditiem, mga katamiya, and all of our Tamiya mini forward drive racing fans around the world. I'm Patrick Dipa Aguilar here with the call once more for DPAT's Tamiya League Stockwater Conference Season 2 live streaming on DPAT TV on Patrick Aguilar on YouTube. And of course, we are now in our final run and gun Wednesday race-ups of Season 2 of DTL SMC. Ladies and gentlemen, let's brace ourselves now for the race-ups, beginning with this finals number 1. Ready, set, fight. Avatari ahead. Shinji trying to catch up. Oh, what a speed final interior. Final lap, medyo umili. Dali na. Panalo na. Okay. Winner! And Avatari will return to the championship race after ousting Shinji in that semi-final race. Alright, but what a race actually. That was actually a good race. No car course out. No car course out. So, there was no course out. That was good. But Shinji fell short against Avatari. Alright. So I have to drink right away. I have to finish this. Gotta finish my drink. Okay. That's good. Alright, it's now time for our semifinals number 2. A rematch from the previous championship race. Now as early as semifinals, they will face up once more. This time with Team Avatari garnering the higher seed against Unicosmos. That's a 2 versus 3 matchup respectively in our semifinals number 2. And in this matchup, Unicosmos will be starting at lane 2. And Team Avatari will be starting at lane 1. Again, Unicosmos at lane 2, which is identical with their respective colors actually. Unicosmos at the red lane. And Team Avatari at the blue lane. I think that's about good. That's just good. Paka-backstock ko to eh. Ito yung mga asset ko pag when it comes to backstock racing on my for my DPAT's Tamiya League on-tour races, meaning yung mga dayo. Whenever I travel and race, these cars or these two cars that will be battling it out in our semifinals number 2 are my assets actually when it comes to box stock racing. So I want to I want to maintain those two. Okay. Once again, a shout out to Sherwin Ballesteros for this Aero Avante T-Max Special alongside the Aero Avante, the original Aero Avante. Yan yung na-impound. The second backstop car that I was able to impound going to the playoffs or the race offs, such as quarterfinal, semi-final, like that. Team Makabatari able to make it to the semis of a fun race in Tagupan. At SM Center, Tagupan at second floor of that mall. Alright mga kalipat, mga ka-DTM, mga ka-Tamiya, and all our Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing fans around the world, ladies and gentlemen. Here now is our semifinals, number 2. Ready, set, fight. Uniform mo tayo. Final in danger. Good. Final lap. Ikit, ikit. Alright. And it's going to be Yoni Cosmos versus Avatari in our final Run and Gun Wednesday Championship race for DPAT's Tamiya League Stockwater Conference Season 2. As we wrap up our Season 2 finale, as we go into our Season 2 finale come Friday. Alright, final fun Friday of the year. So, yun ang magkalaban sa ating championship race later. So, nanganganib pa si Team Avatari na masibak ng maaga. Dahil itong kalaban niya si Shinji sa race for the bronze, mabilis. So, anything can happen. Who knows? You know? Alright. It's now time for our race for the bronze. We got here 2 versus 4 matchup between Team Avatari and Shinji. Alright. Team Avatari is a repeat of race number 3 between Team Avatari and Shinji for our race for the bronze, wherein Shinji will start at lane 1. Team Avatari this time starting at lane 2, so it's contrast their respective colors. Once again, Shinji starting at lane 1, Team Avatari starting at lane 2. Well, iniising ko ito dahil kinakapos walang super kung nakapasok. Kung nagkataong naayos pa sana si Shinji, baka 4 yung backstock ko. Ito siguro lahat yung backstock ko. Sayang. It could have been 4 or 5. Should Pereira was maintained. If I was able to maintain Pereira as a FMA, I think there were 5. I think I got 5. Supposed to be 5 backstop entries. Backstop cars to being entered to racing competitions. Alright mga ka-DPAT, mga ka-DTL, mga ka-Tamiya, and all of our Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing fans around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble here in this race for the bronze for our final Run and Gun Wednesday of DPAT's Tamiya League Stockwater Conference this December 17, 2025 on Manny Pacquiao's birthday and as well Rasta Rosa's birthday. Yan. Ladies and gentlemen, let's brace ourselves for a bronze honor race first to make 6 laps. Ready, set, bye. Habol pa. Hinabol pa! Penultimate lap! Sabi, final lap! Woohoo! Ligtas pa! Nakaligtas pa! Team Avatari survived! Man! Team Avatari being able to take this one out of the fire! Bang! Wow! What a comeback, ladies and gentlemen! Have you seen that coming? Just like that. Oh man! Oh man! What an incredible comeback for Team Avatari to survive Shinji's good speedy running, and it was indeed an epic race for the bronze actually, and luckily for Team Avatari being able to survive and take this one out of the fire against Shinji, with Team Avatari emerging victorious and garnering the third place finish for this final Run and Gun Wednesday edition of DTL SMC Season 2. Man! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I'm running out of words to describe this one, ladies and gentlemen. Man. Wow! What an incredible comeback indeed. Lucky for Team Avatari to survive that and take that one out of the fire. Ay, ganun yung mga linyahang malupit eh. Nakuha ko yan kay Magumardon eh. Someone taking this one out of the fire, meaning escaping with the wind. It means escaping with the wind. That's how it means. Alright. So, while we are still recovering for that epic race for the bronze, right away we proceed with our championship race for the final Run and Gun Wednesday edition of DTL SMC, our penultimate championship race for the year 2025. For the year 2025 in our season 2 of DTL SMC. That is, it's going to be the top-seeded car Avatari taking on the third-seeded car Uni Cosmos. Alright. So ladies and gentlemen, we are expecting another epic race between these two cars. And in our championship race matchup, it's going to be Unicosmos starting at lane 2, Avatari starting at lane 1. Again, it's identical with their respective colors right now. It's going to be Avatari being the top-seeded car starting at lane 1 at the blue lane. And Unicosmos will be starting at the red lane or lane 2. Right. I think there should be enough for these tires to have some dirt, or that's ample amount of dirt on the rubber tires. They are actually slick tires. They both have slick tires, so that's why I have to put some dirt just to stabilize it. All right. Looks good. Alright, looking good. All right. Alright mga ka-DPAT, mga ka-DTL, mga ka-Tamiya, and all of our Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing fans around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble here in this championship race coming in our final Run and Gun Wednesday edition of DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2, this December 17, 2025. First to make 6 laps. Ready, set, 5. Ready ba yun? That's still good. Final lane danger, Unicosmos. Good. Final lap. Nakakapit lang siya nga, Avatari, sayang. Wow! That was just an unfortunate run for Avatari to continue running. It was just a split second stuck on the track wall. So after just a second late, unfortunately unable to catch up with Unicosmos speed, with the speed and stability of Unicosmos. Being retaining its championship actually, surprisingly, winning it 3 straight. So the Twin Cosmosonics being able to win it three straight. The first 3 days, it was Cosmo Atomica. Then in Game 4, it's Team Makabatari. And now, race day number 5, 6, and 7, Yoni Cosmos winning it 3 straight as retaining its championship after this epic championship race against Avatari. Wow! What a sequence of events happened here in our Run and Gun Wednesday edition today on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference, with Unicosmos retaining its championship and Avatari finishing second. Wow! That was epic, ladies and gentlemen. That's how exciting DPAT's Tamiya League is. Definitely, even if it's just open box stock, it's still an exciting and still fun to watch. All that you need now is have some popcorn or something to eat and drink. Even just a bottle of Red Horse maybe, just like that. At least one bottle of Red Horse only. That's enough. That should be enough. Or San Mig Light if you want. Just for enjoyment, Alice, whatever it goes, All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we have we have recently concluded our race day number 7 of 8, our penultimate chapter of DPAT's Tamiya League Stockwater Conference this Run and Gun Wednesday afternoon of December 17, 2025. But once again, of course, we extend our deepest sympathy and condolences, pakikiramay to the bereaved family of Mr. Jefferson Cyril Otanes due to the sudden passing of our Goku ng Pinas. Yan, kikiramay po on behalf of DPAT's Tamiya League, Don Patrick D. Paraguilar, being one of his fans. Of course, our thoughts are with you always, and of course, we pray for the soul of Mr. Jeff Otanes to wish him rest in prosperous peace and power. All right. So after that, the 21, the racing cars that we have played here are the Twin Aero Avantes, Timac Avatari, and Avatari, alongside Unicosmos, Stargate, Escolta, together with Ferreira and Shinji as well. Played in our race day number 7 of 8. And after those races in the single round robin, Timac Avatari and Avatari, the Twin Aero Avantes, topping the charts with identical 10 points apiece, but due to the win over the other rule, Avatari was able to grab the top seed, and Team Avatari relegated to the second seed, followed by the identical 7 points apiece of both Unicosmos and Shinji, tied at third place with identical 7 points apiece. At the same time, number of wins, losses, and draws identical, and one of the lone draw that they have were against each other. So we based on the first course out. And it happened to be Shinji coursed out first against Unicosmos. So therefore, Shinji was relegated to the 4th seed and Unicosmos at the 3rd seed. So the semifinals matchups were Unicosmos versus Unicosmos 3rd seed versus Team Avatari at 2nd seed. And Unicosmos won it against Team Avatari. And in the other semifinal matchup, Avatari took on Shinji and Avatari won over Shinji, but that was an epic matchup right there. Talagang walang gustong magpatalo. Talagang walang gustong magpatalo between Shinji and Avatari. So bumawi pala. So dun sa previous showdown nila, bumawi si Avatari against Shinji this time. So medyo sumabit kasi. Medyo na-delay siya. Pero that was still a good run though. Alright. So the matchups in our race for the bronze, it was Team Avatari versus Shinji, and luckily Team Avatari surviving the speed and stability of Shinji somehow, ay medyo na delay. Wala namang course start, walang imbang, pero na-delay lang si Shinji, and Team Avatari was able to take advantage of that and surviving and eventually taking that one out of the fire to clinch the 3rd place finish at the expense of Shinji. But still, Shinji a good race though, with the final score of 2 points for this month of December 2025, ending its campaign for this month and the season as well with and this season as well with 2 points on aggregate this December 2025. Final score na yon. Yung mga natanggal na apat kanina at the end of this race day from 4 to 7, yun na yung final score nila. So, final score for Escolta and Ferreira, out, 0. Bukya, Shinji, 2 points. Stargate, 1 point. Final. Final na po yun. So, final 7 na lang ang hinihintay. Alright, so Team Makabatari with 9 points. So, tabla sila ni Cosmo at Omika. Ngayon, in the championship race wherein Avatari took on Unicosmos, but Unicosmos was able to win over Avatari. Parang bagyo na pinaulan yung buong racetrack dito sa pinaulan yung hinagupit yung buong racetrack dito sa DPATS Laboratory. Grabe yung sagit-sit pa rin ni Unicosmos. Hindi na nahabol pa. O yung delay na yun ni Avatari that caused in the defeat against Unicosmos. So, still, Unicosmos retaining its championship at the expense of Avatari. And the podium finishers at the end of this race day are as follows. Unicosmos as champion, Avatari as second placer, and Team Avatari as third placer. So again, another total domination of my backstock entries for DTL on tour races. Another total domination for today's final Run and Gun Wednesday action. So that will do it for our final Run and Gun Wednesday action here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 in our penultimate chapter of this season. This December 17, 2025 to be wrapped up on Friday, this coming Friday, December 19, 2025 with only one final showdown left to settle. So, abangan nyo na po kung sino talaga yung magiging champion of the month or yung posibleng magkaroon pa ng isa pang entry coming to the Grand Prix on December 27, 2025 on a different track layout, of course. Alright. So once again, kita-kits tayo dun sa season finale natin this coming Friday. Once again, Don Patrick D. Paraguilar here. For now, signing off. Thanking you so much to all who watched and whoever will watch anytime. On our live stream every month, on a regular basis, is every Monday and Wednesday. So our final Wednesday for the year 2025 here in our live stream on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference on DPAT TV. Alright, so for now, I remind everyone to stay safe and healthy, avoid negative vices, especially drugs and all other negativities around you, and protect yourself from all those negativities at all times and at all costs as well. Once again, I'm giving you a pleasant Run and Gun Wednesday edition. So, have a pleasant and blessed Run and Gun Wednesday afternoon to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, and as always, never forget to pray to God and be thankful all the time, for God is good, God is great, and God is almighty all the time. As always, to God be all the glory and honor. God bless to all of us. God bless our beloved Maharlika nation, and God bless the entire world and all of us Filipinos across the globe. And like I always remind each and every true Filipino across the globe, love the Philippines no matter what the crisis. At mahalin po natin ang Pilipinas at sama-sama po tayong bumangon muli. At ipakita at ipagmalaki sa buong mundo. We have to show the world that we are all true Filipinos. Tayo yung mga tunay na Pilipino. Isigaw na malakas ang ating panalo. Shout out our victory to the world. Taos puso, taas noo. With all of our hearts, keeping our heads high. Kahit kanino, pero sa mga manlulupig, hindi tayo pasisiil. Lakad matatok at umang delubyo ang dumaan. So once again, this has been another presentation of another Tamiya Mini Forward Drive Racing Action here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. So see you on Friday for our conclusion of our Season 2 of DTL SMC. Once again, Don Patrick D. Paraguilar here saying, Shukran, Tusentak, God bless always, everyone.